LinkedIn is pretty great at a lot of things, like helping you tap into the latest trends and insights in your field. We cannot stop your coworker from tapping her pencil. LinkedIn can help you find new jobs that align with your career goals. We cannot help you find the source of that weird smell in the office fridge. Ew. And while we can't stop your coworkers from bringing their hobbies into the office, LinkedIn can help you bring your career to the next level. LinkedIn is the network that works for you.
Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Stouffer's. Here comes three-time juggling champion Natalia Rogers. She's juggling law school, her TA job. Oh, narrowly catches the laundry. What's that fourth ball? Parents unexpectedly showed up at dinner time? Is that too much for Natalia? Not with Stouffer's Chicken Alfredo and its mouth-watering mix of Asiago, Romano, and Parmesan. When you're juggling four things at once and the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nicole Goodman.
And I'm Lauren Mishkon, and this is Self-Care Club.
The advice for self-care today is endless and can be yet another overwhelming job for women.
Every episode, we trial a different self-care practice, live it to the letter for a week, and report back to you on the results.
Will it actually improve your well-being, or will it be another waste of your time? We test out self-care so you don't have to.
Welcome to Self-Care Club.
Have you ever had that feeling where on paper your life looks fine, but something inside feels ever so slightly off?
Not like a crisis and not a meltdown, just a little quiet sense inside that you're not completely living from yourself.
Not living from yourself.
Orcs.
I think it's something that can start very quiet. And then the more you ignore it, it just ramps up and gets louder and louder and louder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Most of us move through life responding to family, work, partners, friends, our responsibilities. We get very good at functioning through life, at coping with our life, at being who we think we should be. Well, society dictates a lot of that.
And also days have rhythm, weeks have rhythms, households have rhythms. So you are most days, unless it's a holiday or a special day, getting up and doing the things that you are expected to do or supposed to do.
Yeah.
And you're kind of on an autopilot. And I think that's true of most of the human race, right? In Western culture anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've got to get stuff done in order to survive it. But somewhere along the way, the voice of what we actually want can get very lost. Or we don't ask the question enough. What do I want here? What is working for me here? What isn't working for me here? I think that narrative gets completely lost when you become an adult.
Yeah, your heart stops speaking to you and you stop listening.
Well, your heart doesn't stop speaking.
You stop listening.
Yeah, you do stop listening.
So today we are talking about how to find your way back to that voice.
Ooh, I just got chills.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Listening to your heart. Finding out what really lives inside you, not in like a let's change your whole life overnight way, because that's too much, but just in a grounded and practical way. So today is about how to recognize what really lives inside of you and how to start hearing yourself again. Because sometimes the most powerful form of self-care is simply telling yourself the truth. Ooh.
So fun fact, I think I might have said this before on the show. Whenever I was coaching women, they would always start in the first session, I don't know what I want. And I would always respond with, everybody knows what they want. You're just too scared to admit it to yourself. Or you haven't given yourself enough space and time to figure it out. But every single person knows what they want. And I think that's quite encouraging to start the show with that piece of information in mind. Because if you really feel like, but I actually don't. Well, we're going to talk you through ways that you can discover what it is you want. Because what's the point in living a life doing things that you don't want to do? Or around people you don't want to be around? Or a job that you hate? That's not going to make you happy.
And I think especially when you get into middle age, you become less able to do those things that you could do quite easily in your 20s and 30s because perhaps you were more flexible, more easy go. I don't know what the reason is, but it seems to become harder to live without integrity as you get into middle age.
Do you think that's something, because I agree with that, and I wonder if that is across the board, or is that something just you and I doing this show, doing the work, being reflective, understanding the things that we want for ourselves?
No, I think it's across the board. Not with men, but with women.
Why?
Because I think men are much more in tune with what they want, what they feel. They're intrinsically more selfish. And I think women...
Well, they're allowed to be.
They are allowed to be, and they are conditioned to be. But I think women are socially conditioned to people please, to appease.
Yeah.
You're also spending a lot of those younger years maybe raising babies where you've got to have a lot of patience and time and put their needs before your needs. And then you get to this new point where actually it's more about you. And I think lots of women are like, fuck this shit. I've got limited time left. I don't have the tolerance for it anymore.
But they might not even have that awareness of fuck this shit, of having that lower tolerance. It might be a underlying anxiety, or they might not. It might be coming out in other ways.
Yep.
So I'm just highlighting that because there's a lot of ways in which you're not tolerating something, or you're not coping with what you once coped with.
Yeah.
You could be waking up in the night. You could be not, your appetite isn't quite what it used to be, but there will be signs, physical, emotional, mental, where you are not, as you beautifully said before, you're not living for yourself.
Yeah. So let's start with how we lose touch with ourselves, because we're not born disconnected from ourselves. We learn it. I mean, when we're babies, we know I'm hungry, I want to eat, I'm tired, I want to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm in a bad mood, I want to scream.
Yeah.
Right? We do all those things.
Well, I still do, yeah.
And I think especially lots of women are praised when they're younger for being easy and agreeable and helpful and low maintenance. Oh, what a good girl. Oh, she's such a good girl.
Yeah.
I definitely suffer from good girl stuff. We learned very early on that being loved often meant being good, not too loud, not too needy, not too complicated. Don't be any of those things, right?
Yeah.
And we adapt, and then we become very skilled at reading a room and anticipating needs and keeping things smooth. I definitely did that. And to a point, I sometimes still do that. And over time, then we stop asking ourselves, well, what do I want? What about me? What do I want, right?
I just love that question, though. I love it. I think there's so much juice in it, and there's so much information in it. Because even if you say to yourself, I don't know what I want, that's a huge piece of information that needs figuring out. Well, if you don't know and you're asking yourself, well, I don't know where to begin.
Yeah.
Then you've got some work to do.
Yeah.
Because you should know what you want.
Yeah.
Well, not should. It's really important and vital for you to know what you want in order to live well and live life on your terms.
Well, it keeps you connected to yourself,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Because when you're an adult, there's all the layers of who you are. You're you, but you're also maybe a parent. You're also a colleague. You're also a daughter. You're also
sister.
Someone who organizes,
yeah.
Right? You hold it together. And then when you're very busy performing all these roles, you can kind of lose where you are and where you fit.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had this. I had this around the time I was turning 40. I definitely had that moment of, it wasn't just one moment, it was an unraveling of sorts. And I'm pleased I had it now because it really got me to look at myself, look at what was working, look at what wasn't, fix the behaviours that I was engaging in because I was trying to hide from things and trying to avoid, all of that really toxic, negative energy that we put into other areas. And actually, you can't hide from yourself.
No.
You can try, but it's always going to come out screaming somewhere or another. Even if it's in you never being well, or you suffering with chronic migraines, or there's always going to be something that your body or your mind is telling you that something is not right.
Your body will tell on you if your brain doesn't want to acknowledge it. Always, right?
Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
The body knows the score. Is that the saying?
Yes. Yeah. Body keeps the score.
Body keeps the score, yeah.
And also there's, social media, notifications, other people's opinions, all this content, all this comparison. And then there's no quiet to hear yourself at all. And
Yes.
There's a very good saying. Most women don't lack intuition. They lack silence.
Oh, I was having this conversation with my daughter last night because she's got a load of auditions coming up and she's got a minute and a half to impress, basically.
That is not long.
In and amongst thousands of people, right? So trying to pick a minute and a half song that showcases everything is a lot.
Yeah.
And she's asked a lot of people a lot of different opinions, and everyone's got a different opinion.
Sure.
And she has gotten herself so overwhelmed with it. And I actually said to her last night, because she screamed, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. And I said to her, I don't need to know. You need to know, because the only person that is walking into that room is you. The only person that is singing that song is you. So you're the one that has to have the wherewithal and the confidence to stand up there and sing the song that you think best reflects you. And no one really gets to say apart from you.
Yeah. She has to use her intuition.
Has to.
Yeah. And it makes a difference if it comes from the heart or not. If you're singing a song that someone's told you to sing, you're not feeling it, that comes over.
Well, it's all about representing yourself.
Of course.
And we have to do that in every situation in our lives, every single solitary day. It's like, how do you best want to represent yourself to yourself, for yourself?
Yes. And that is why I think midlife becomes this turning point, because it's not that anything's broken. It's just that the coping strategies that we've used all of our lives of pleasing and pushing through and staying busy, they stop working. They just stop working. They just don't work for you anymore.
Well, they don't, because they're exhausting.
Yeah.
So you just find yourself burnt out. And also, I think the stage of midlife, you're like, start to think, wow, I've had half my life, probably.
Yeah.
So how do I want to live the next half?
I was about to say the last half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next half.
Yeah.
How do I want that to look?
Yeah.
Do I want it to be wrapped up in people pleasing and pleasing everybody else apart from myself, exhausting myself, draining myself, not doing the things that I truly want to do? No. God, no.
So the question is, if we've lost touch with ourselves, how do we start listening again?
That's such a lovely question.
So what does it mean? What does listening to your heart actually mean? What are we really talking about?
I think it's about recognizing your internal signal again, like the frequency that you are best suited to. Like, what radio station do you want to sit at?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Like, where do you want to sit? Are you in between, or are you like, what frequency are you best served on?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I think that's what, and also listening to yourself and being aware of what the signs are when something isn't right versus when something feels right versus when something doesn't.
Yeah. Because there's different voices inside all of us. And I think that we mix them up. There's like impulsive voices. They're quite fast. They're quite reactive. I want comfort now. I'm going to text them. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to say yes. Then it's done. Right. There's that voice.
Yeah. There's a million. And everyone's got a different one, haven't they?
Yeah. There's an anxious one. It's very catastrophic. Everything's very high stakes. Everything feels very like under pressure. You feel very worried about things that haven't happened. And then there's your real inner voice, and it's calm and it's quiet and it's simple and it doesn't shout and it doesn't panic. It just says, this doesn't feel right, or I'm exhausted living like this, or I need something different.
But how do we know? It's breaking apart all of those different voices, and and everyone's voices are completely different.
Yeah.
It's breaking apart and breaking down the toxic voices versus the healthy voices and the ones that are going to serve you best.
Well, it's very easy to ignore because it's the quietest voice. And so it might not be staring you in the face. So often we don't listen to it, but it doesn't go away. And if you're not listening to it in your mind, as we said, it shows up in your body. Your body tells you the truth, right? So think about the last time, I'm talking to the listeners and you, think about the last time that you agreed to do something that you didn't want to do. Did your shoulders like tense up? Did you get like a funny stomachy feeling? Did you get a little clenched fist or clenched jaw? I always go to the jaw. That's how I know when I'm tense, because my jaw's very tense. Did you feel a little like, ugh, you said yes, but inside you felt a little bit like, ugh, no. Or think about saying no to something that drains you and how that makes you feel in your body. Do you feel a little bit like, oh, a bit like a little bit of relief, a little bit of like your chest feels a bit looser.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but these things are really important to learn.
Yeah,
about
they're
yourself.
tiny signals.
Well, they're not actually. They're subtle, but they're huge.
Yes.
So I know what you mean by tiny, but if you're not listening, which is what this whole episode is about, then you are going to miss them.
Yes.
But they are warning signs and they are warning signals, and they are there to protect you, serve you, help you, support you.
Because your body's giving you honest information.
Yes.
Even if your mind isn't giving it to you. So your body reacts before the story arrives.
Have you got an example that you can think of where you've said yes to something you didn't want to do?
Clubbers, if you are enjoying this episode, then please could we ask that you share it with a friend?
Someone who you think would absolutely love this content, just share it. We would be so grateful. Thank you.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number, 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number, save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Have you got an example that you can think of where you've said yes to something you didn't want to do?
Yeah.
Come on.
Recently.
Tell us.
I had
the group.
I had to arrange a dinner, and the guest list was awkward and uncomfortable, and it's hard to go into it without going into it, but I had to do something I didn't really want to do, and the thought of having the conversation was making me feel uncomfortable in my body.
Yeah, but how did you know what that discomfort was in your body? Can you name it?
Where it was in my body?
Yeah.
Oh, in my jaw.
Right.
It goes like rigid.
So for you, you know that the minute your jaw is going rigid, that is a warning sign that something is not correct for you.
Yeah, and also if I've had a day of things like that, or something's not feeling good in the day, when I'm in bed and I'm about to go to sleep, I will notice that my hands are in fists.
Wow.
And I will have to actively say...
You're like fighting mode.
I will have to... I don't say it out loud because that'd be a bit weird, but I think to myself... Open your hands, like just put your hands flat on the pillow. You don't need to go to sleep like that.
Yeah.
So to me, it's very obvious.
You tense up. You really
I tense everything. Up. My shoulders, my jaw, my fists.
Yep.
I think my neck.
I get a restricted feeling in my chest. Mm-hmm. So when I find I deep breathe a lot, like I can't catch my breath, that is such a surefire sign that something is not okay, and that I'm feeling very stressed about something. And also, I think because I try to live with such integrity to myself, and I try and really look after myself and look out for myself, not in a selfish way, in a supportive way. Mm-hmm. I think they are very different. Mm-hmm. That actually, I notice it very quickly now. Mm-hmm. I had something on Saturday and it was nobody's fault. Basically, I was supposed to go for a walk with my friends. At 11:30 we were meeting, and I really, really wanted to see them. And then my daughter said to me on Friday night, you need to blow dry my hair and I need to be at blah, blah's house at midday. So I knew that I was going to have to be blow drying her hair around 10:30. Trying to hurry my daughter up with her hair is there is no point. There is just no point. And I had that restricted feeling because I wanted to help her and I wanted to see my friends, but I knew I was going to let somebody down.
Yeah.
So what was the best thing to do? And I really thought about it, and I thought, no, I really need to be, it sounds so silly about her hair, but it's a very big thing. And I didn't want to stress her out in any capacity because these things do stress her out. If she's got a routine in her mind, then we have to stick to the routine. Yeah. And she was really excited to go to the friend and blah, blah, blah. And I just messaged my friend and said, I'm not going to make the walk. And if I make it, I'm going to try my best because I really want to see you. I'm going to be late. And she said, absolutely no problem. That's absolutely fine.
But there also isn't a fallout from that because your friend understands and will cope with you being a bit late and it's okay. But the other way around, there's fallout.
Well, the fallout was for me because I didn't get to see my friends.
Yes.
So there is a bit of a fallout. And what I would have done maybe a year ago is I would have rushed my daughter through that so I can then see my friend because I would have been stressed about letting them down.
Yes.
And I wanted to see them.
Yeah.
So that would have been a priority. But actually what I chose was calm.
Definitely.
And so everyone was calm.
Yeah.
Yes, I missed out. I will see my friends another time.
Yeah.
But it instantly relaxed me. And I kept having to tell myself, it's okay that you're not going to see them. You just have to do this thing.
Yes. Sometimes the worst bit is not making the decision. Once you've made the decision, even if it's not great, it's fine.
It's a small example, but I'm just saying it was something that was causing me a little bit of stress.
Yes.
But actually I listened to what I needed to do.
Yeah. But that's where this listening to your heart often starts. It's just noticing the contractions and the expansions in your body, the tightness and the softness.
Yes.
The energy and the heaviness.
Softness. I love that.
Just notice your reactions in your body. Right. So we're going to do a guided reflection.
Okay.
You can do this wherever you're listening right now. Even if you're driving, you can do this.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. So if you're able to, just take one slow, deep breath. Let your shoulders drop. Bring to mind something in your life that feels slightly unresolved. It could be a situation, a decision, a relationship, something that you keep circling around. And now ask yourself quietly, what do I actually want here? Don't force the answer, just notice what happens in your body when you think about it. Is there tightening? Is there softening? Is there a little sigh? Is there a heaviness? Is there a spark? The reaction that you're having in your body is information. So you don't have to act on any of that today. All you're doing is starting to listen again.
Yeah.
It's just getting used to, oh, my body's feeling like this. That's telling me something about this situation.
And also, you don't need to battle with whatever came up.
No.
Because whatever comes up, comes up.
Yes.
Allow it. Just go with it because
Yes.
that's information as well.
Yeah.
Because I did have a little bit of, oh, no, I don't want to do that. But I said, oh, okay, we're doing that. That's what we're thinking about. So that's interesting in itself because I'm already trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
Which is making me feel a bit stressed. Not stressed, but a bit like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So now, just by doing that, I'm aware that that is something that I need to confront for myself.
Well, you're aware.
In some-
when I think about that, I feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
Where do I feel uncomfortable?
Yes.
What do I need to do about that
Yes.
so I don't feel like that anymore?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got a little practice for the listeners.
Are we doing it? Yes, we are.
Okay. It's a small daily check-in to rebuild self-trust. You have to do it at the end of the day. It's only the beginning of the day, so it might be hard for us to do it in the morning, but
We can do it now.
Okay.
We're going to do it now.
At the end of each day, ask yourself these 3 questions. Where did I feel most like myself today? Where did I feel least like myself? What did that teach me? That is it. No judgment, no fixing, just the noticing. So we're not trying to like overhaul your life overnight. We're just trying to turn the volume up.
Yes.
One little notch
Yes.
at a time.
Yes.
Okay.
But we can do that. We can do that now.
Okay.
Where do I feel most myself?
Where did you feel most like yourself today?
Well, so far.
Well, yeah, we haven't had much of the day, but so far today.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good now.
Yeah, I would agree. I feel very much myself in the studio here with you. I feel very much myself.
Good.
And you know what? It has taken quite a long time to feel very much like myself in the studio.
In the studio?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I think in the beginning, when we very first started 6 years ago, I felt like I had quite a lot to prove, or like I needed to be someone or something that I wasn't in order to do a better job. But I don't feel like that anymore.
I'm really pleased to hear that.
Thanks.
I don't either.
Did you ever? You probably never did feel like that though.
Of course I did.
Did you?
Well, I felt like that with you.
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I never felt like that with you.
No, I felt we didn't know each other.
No, we didn't.
So I really felt like I needed to bring my A game.
You brought it.
Thanks. Thanks. I tried. So I guess I wanted to, because I liked you, I wanted to impress you, wanted us to do a good job.
Yeah.
All of those expectations. Yeah. But now I think we do a good job. Well, we do the job that we do, and we're not for everybody. And some people absolutely love our shows, and some people are repelled by our shows, and that's okay.
And someone actually wrote to us to tell us off the other week that we hadn't done all of the practices ourselves in the show that we were doing. And I thought, you know what? That's okay, because we were extremely honest and open about the fact that we just didn't, for whatever reasons, because I think we are authentic here, and I think that's kind of the point of the show.
Well, I think you have to be in podcasting, otherwise it really shows.
Yeah.
Listeners know that shit.
Well, I think you can hear it.
Yes.
So if we're just doing something and we're really not feeling it, we're going to tell the truth about that, because if we pretend, otherwise it just doesn't land, it doesn't work, right? Where did you feel least like yourself today?
Today? No, I don't think that's happened today.
I had a little tech issue this morning, and it doesn't make me feel good about myself.
Right.
Ollie asked me to send him something, and I just couldn't figure out how to do something on the computer. And I was like, no, it makes me feel very stressed in my body because I feel a bit incapable.
Right. Well, it's not where you're most...
It's not my strong point.
No, it's not where you're best suited.
No, it's not. It's not.
If I asked you the question, what was the third question?
Oh, what did that teach me? What's it taught you?
Well, what did it teach you?
It's taught me that I am doing the right job with the right person, and I'm exactly where I should be in my life, and that I need to up my tech skills.
Or stay away from it.
But I can't always. What did it teach you?
Where I feel most myself?
No, what, yeah, most and least.
Honestly, I really feel like I am at the point in my life where I can only be me. I don't know how to be anything other than that now, and I don't want to be. I've just got no capacity for it.
I said to Ollie the other week, I'm kind of done with bending myself into a pretzel for everybody else's feelings, like to make everyone else happy and to spare everyone else's feelings. I can't do that anymore.
But can I also highlight that with all the people that are in your life who love and adore you and want the best for you? And I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking on behalf of everybody else.
I don't want me to do that.
I don't want you to do that at all. I never want you to bend yourself into a pretzel to please me.
But it's very hard when you have spent many decades in like oil on troubled water, people pleasing, peacekeeping role to suddenly just go, I don't really want that job anymore. So you can have your feelings and you can have your feelings over there. And I'm not going to be responsible for making all of you feel better to the detriment of me not feeling better. I'm kind of done with that.
Good.
But it's like, I'm pushing 50. That's a long time to be in that role.
Well, it's an adjustment for other people, but it doesn't have to be an adjustment for you.
I would quite like to be made redundant from that role.
Well, the only person that can do that is you.
Well, I think I'm resigning.
But this show is also about listening to yourself, listening to your intuition, and listening to what truly lives in your heart, right?
Yeah.
The things that you truly desire, the things that you truly want for yourself.
Yes.
Is there a place, is there something that lives in your heart that you are not pushing forward on, or not acknowledging, or not living by?
I think there's nothing that lives in my heart that I'm not kind of addressing or going for. But I think there is a space. I have a space that needs filling with something that's for me. That's where I am at the beginning of this year. There's time and space, and I'm not quite sure where to put that, but I know that it's not for anybody else. I know it's just for me. And I know that I want it to be something that is cup filling, but I don't know what that is yet. But I'm okay with that because it will come.
Yeah.
And whatever comes is the right thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's
nice.
where I am. Where are you?
I think there is something, but I'm like almost scared to say it because I'm scared. I'm very scared to do it. But I think I want another dog. I mean, that really does live in my heart, like another dog.
Does it? I want like 5.
Like, and I'm not saying that flippantly. I'm saying it because it really does live. I get so much joy from my dog that actually, would it take any joy away from the joy that I currently have with my...
Definitely take joy from her. She'll be fucking fuming.
But if I talk about what really lives in my heart, I definitely have room for...
Oh my God, me too.
Another little puppy running around my house. I'd love to have another dog in my house.
I had a puppy in my house yesterday and they played... I mean, it was the most gorgeous thing. And when Josh came home, he said, Mum, Biba really needs a puppy. Like, she really needs a friend. I said, for every child that moves out, I'm going to get another dog. So I could end up with a lot.
Well, 3.
And I totally understand that. I totally resonate with that.
So there's that.
Yeah.
That definitely lives in my heart and I'm not acting on it because I'm scared and I'm making that choice through, well, it's expensive to have another dog and do I have the time and the headspace and I like my life and it takes a lot. And I've watched you do it and I've watched my friend Lauren do it and it takes a lot having another puppy. So there's that. There are things that I'm definitely not pushing forward on. I don't think I can say for definite what they are. I think I can definitely work-wise do more. Definitely want to do more. But I don't know what in capacity that is right now. Again, it's like there's space. How do I want to fill it? And I'm being very intentional about that.
But I think that's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, I'm also aware that I'm playing a lot of paddle, which I adore, but it takes up a lot of my time. And I think that it's getting to the point where it's... Avoidance is a bit strong, but it's filling more time than I need it to. So
I do that with the laundry. So it's not less good for me.
I'm aware that there's things that are definitely living within me that I'm not living out yet.
But look, the point of today's show is that listening to your heart is not about instant answers. So neither you or I, nor the clubbers, need to decide on any of that today or feel like it needs an immediate
I'm not going to go and call a breeder now.
Right. It's just about rebuilding the relationship with yourself and hearing your own voice. And then the next question that follows on from all of this is, well, what happens when you finally do know what you want? So
I know I want another dog.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
But I don't want all the shit that comes with it.
Okay, well, we're going to go with that next week. How to take action on your truth without blowing up your life, basically. So until then, just notice and pause and give yourself permission to hear what is already there, because it's all already there.
Yeah, it's... Accessing it is very tricky.
But go with the signs. Go with your body. Go with what it's telling you.
Well...
It's giving you information.
It is, but we've only really spoken about the negative information. We haven't spoken about the positive of when you're in flow. Mm-hmm. What are those signs? Mm-hmm. You know, when you're feeling something positive, like how do you know? How do you know that it's something that you love?
Oh, well, I know because I feel like an excitement feeling in my stomach. I feel like I want to smile. I feel a lightness in my body. That's the signs that those are the signs that I know it's something that's positive and good for me.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm not avoiding. I'm moving towards quickly because I want to do that.
What's that saying of if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no?
Oh, I do like that.
You know, so if it's not something you think, yeah, I really want to do that, then it's just a no.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then sometimes you can tell yourself that you don't want to do something just because it's uncomfortable, but actually you go and do it and it's really good for you.
I think that's different. I think that's a different thing.
Well, that's fear. That's what I'm saying. So you have to know when to push forward, don't you?
Next week, we're going to talk about what happens when you finally know what it is that you want, how to take action without destroying everything in your wake.
Yeah. Well, it's positive action. So it shouldn't destroy anything. It should only add.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back next week. I hope that's been insightful for you, clubbers. If you want to be in touch, hello@theselfcareclub.co.uk, and we'll be back next Monday.
We will see you then. Bye-bye.